We start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. If we refer to our analysis when the price was within this move, we mentioned if we get any reversal, we can look for buy. As we can see, the price reverse. Now we want to see whether we can look for this one as a trade setup to look for buy, or still we can expect this one can turn to a deeper correction. That means this one can turn similar to any of this. Okay. Anyway, we want to see how we can look for buy setup. In this case, we move to higher time frame. If we refer to our analysis, we mentioned we're looking for correction based on daily chart. Any correction we can give us a I mean, it can give us better confirmation for continuation. Now the thing is how we can look for buy. And even if we move to forward chart, we have been looking for this. Whether this is the only correction or still we can expect this one turn to a deeper correction before we get the next move. Okay. Now, based on forward chart, we don't have any trade setup. The only thing is, as we mentioned, we're looking for buy. As we can see, we are based on 1 hour chart. We have been looking for the reversal. This is what we get. No one is, we didn't get any trade setup. Right now, we're looking at this. We want to see whether this one can give us any trade setup for buy or not. Based on 1 hour chart, I think this one is, it still doesn't give, I mean, is not ready for trade. That's mean the V is forming. That's why it's better we move to 15 minutes. For me, if I want to look for trade setup based on 15 minutes, I prefer this one give me one move down at least. Then from there, we can look for next trade, because if the price continue from here, mostly we cannot get any trade setup, because if there is a continuation from here without this one turning to a deeper correction, the only way to trade is to have entry above this. That's why we prefer to wait a few more hours, this one turn to more corrective, then from there we look for trade. Anyway, if the price continue from here, the only way we can, if he wants to look for a trade, either having a trade above this or above here. Okay. And even we mentioned made this one turn similar to any of this for one more drop. That's why if he wants to look for trade, we have to wait for a few more hours to get the confirmation, as I explained, based on 15 minutes. Anyway, right now, if anyone wants to trade for this as to look for buy, they can have a trade either above this or above this top. But what we want the price sharply break and continue the price tag. This is not moving within the first or second hours, we take out the trade. And this is the target. If we get any trade within the breakout of the top, the first target is 0.1697, following by 0.1942. But for me, as I mentioned, I'm looking for buy, but I will wait a few more hours. Whatever I have here doesn't give me a really good trade setup, really good confirmation to look for trade. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.